Morning all. Here we go, we are out on something different today, and it's not a 125. This is going to make a change. Right, so we are going to pop into my little favourite car park where we take our photos, otherwise known as the Caldecott Lake, and we are going to have a look round before we go out and have a ride on this. This is a Voge. Oh yes, a Voge Voge. Now this is, believe it or not, the 500AC. Now I did a Voge ride quite a while ago on their little enduro bike that they did, and the car park's looking busy for 7 o'clock in the morning. Right, we are going to pull in just here, proper onto the side stand, and let's have a look around this bit of kit. So this is the Voge 500AC. Look at that. Now this is probably one of the best looking 500s that I've seen. LED headlight to the front, LED indicators. It's got some amazing tyres on this. Can't actually say that I've not had better tyres. Look at those Angel GTs. Yes, it's got Pirellis on, you know, and what I like about my Pirellis, stainless steel system all the way through. And just get a check of that engine. Twin cylinder, 500cc, but very easy to get in, maintain all your levels, all your brakes, all your fluids all in view, and it's got a low rear hugger with the number plate at the back. Nice little stitched leather seat on this, and decent set of pillion grub rails. Now this is in the matte grey, as I would call it, blazed out with silver, but god that looks good. So what's it like on the displays? Just check out that gear. I love the gear linkage on this, that's just so cool. Let's just get on top of the bike and have a check out of that display. Now this does go into nighttime mode when you're running. I was like, oh, this is pretty nifty when we brought it in last night. Decent wide mirrors, massive view of the road behind, it's dual braking, and it's got the obligatories on there. So you've got up and down on your menu, you can flick through everything, tells you absolutely. If you go up, you can link up with this via Bluetooth. Like that idea. And then you've got all your bits and pieces, so your revs, you've got your speed in the middle, gear indicator, odometer, and down there tyre pressure monitoring. But on this model it doesn't have them. And you've also got all the obligatories up here, so you can go into menus, press enter, hold it down, it will bring up all your settings on the screen. We were fiddling around with this yesterday, and then you've got the obligatory indicators, horn, and a start button, very similar to push down. It's very similar to like your Yamahas and your MTs and your KTMs and all that lot. But what a bit of kit. Side stand only on this one. Clutch is super smooth, and it's got a 6-speed box on it, decked out with Pirelli Angel tyres, and you can't go far wrong for the money. Now these are knocking them out at the moment at around about 5.1, plus of course you're on the road fees and all your admin and paperwork, etc, etc. But for £5 for a 500cc bike, and a lot of people going, oh yes, but it's Chinese. No, actually it's a very, very good copy of the CB500. Now I have been out and had a little ride on this already. We had a little pre-ride on this, and we've been having fun, but I am going to go out and we are going to blitz some miles up on this. What's it like off the peg? I'll leave my little key fob out the way. Now obviously, ride purposes, we normally do 40 to 45 on the 125, With this one, we're going to do 50 to 55, but it does go a hell of a lot quicker. They reckon that on the spec this tops out at around about 100 mile an hour. That's ample enough for me. Who needs to do 100 mile an hour everywhere? Fuel economy is really, really good on it as well. But it's super comfortable. Why Lexmoto didn't push this brand a little bit harder, I do not know. But this is a bit of kit, I tell you, it is really, really good. And obviously it's not all the way there with the horsepower and the torque. It is very, very low on the horsepower and the kilowatts and the torque on the back end. But the best thing, this is A2 compliant. Yes, a 500cc that you can do your mod 1, your mod 2 or your DAS at a nice early age and jump on one of these because it is A2 compliant. Love it. What more can you say? Now obviously a lot of people have done reviews of the Voges, and I know Exeter the Rider's done a few of these. A very good friend of mine. So he likes the Voges, but for another brand it is a lot less money than a main brand bike, and it rides exceptionally well. It goes down through the gearbox absolutely lovely, and you can flick this thing around. Look at this, over it goes. Pirelli GTs, you can't go far wrong, and I know what GTs are like for sticking to the road once they're warmed. But what a bike and a half. So we're gonna clock some miles. I'm so used to riding at 45 mile an hour. Come on RB, get your foot down. I should take up a little bit more. There we go. So it does ride. I'm very impressed with the ride on this. Suspension is really good on this. Everything is just amazing me about this bike at the moment. Obviously long term, what's it going to be like long term riding? But even from 5th gear and just pushing it through, it just takes its own line. It rides exceptionally well. And obviously probably going to be a bit more wind noise than we had on a 125, so hopefully my little dead cat on my microphone is working. But oh, this is just so good. Anyway, stop praising the bike RB and ride the damn thing. I think we should have a blip down the dual carriageway. Nice little enduro there. So while I'm sitting here, I'm going to do my reach sport, which is based over rideability, economy, affordability, comfort and handling. So what's it like for rideability? Yeah, 10 out of 10 there. It's just so easy just to get through the box, ride it. bar position's really good. Arms are slightly dipped, so I'm not flat on the arms, slightly dipped. But the rideability is great, and we've gone to a black screen now. Look at that, look. It's picked up, I've got sunlight coming in. It's got a little light sensor in it that flicks it between white and black. Love it, absolutely love a decent display on the bike. Full colour TFT. Beautiful. So rideability 10 out of 10. Economy, I reckon this will do decent miles to the gallon. Looking anything between sort of 50 up to about sort of 70. So miles to the gallon are pretty good for a 500. And when you obviously compare it to my GTR, that does around about 45 to the gallon, and that's taking it easy. When you whack it, it does about 25. The economy on this is pretty darn good. Ease back to the car, let him on. Shoulder check in. So economy is pretty good, 10 out of 10. Affordability, well, what can you say? Oh, excuse me. At 5.1 for one of these, you're looking at least £1.5 grand, £2 grand cheaper than any other bike. And the wind is, it's maybe sunny, but the wind is bitingly cold this morning. Oh God, cough. We just check that I've got my that would explain it. The vent is open on the bottom of my helmet. There we go, that's better. So affordability, great value for money. Love it, absolutely love it. 10 out of 10 there. Comfort, this seat is so good, it just tucks you in. I can shuffle my backside backwards and forwards on this all day. So comfort is really, really good. Especially with the bar position, peg position. Looking down there, look, my legs are just tucked under that tank. Perfect ride position, especially if you've got 32-inch legs like me, long-legged bugger. So comfort, sorry guys, it's a 10 out of 10 again. Handling wise, I am going to drop it a mark, because it's only around about, I think, 43 horsepower. So it's not got a lot of horses for courses there, but you've got to remember it's an A2 compliant bike. So it's well down on the horsepower, meets the A2 compliancy. 18, 19 years old, you've done your Mod 1, Mod 2, you've stepped up, Voge, it's going to do the job. But obviously if you're an older rider and you want something to blap around on, this is not going to do it. It is down on the horsepower, but it'll do 100 mile an hour. Take you a little bit longer to get there. But are you really going to be bothered about blapping around at 100 when the national speed is 70? So it ticks all the boxes there. But I'm going to give it a 9. I like a bit more grunt out of it, a little bit quicker to the mark, but obviously I'm used to riding massive horsepower bikes. So the good side is obviously A2 compliant. But the other bit on it, obviously, is you're lacking in the horsepower. It's not a big deal. It really isn't a big deal. And that, look at this. You can just literally click down this gearbox. It's ticking all the boxes for me. And that screen is very, very easy to read, even in bright sunlight. We've gone back to white now. Gets there quick enough for me. Definitely does the job. Very easy to read that display. Water temperature, fuel, that's all you need on there. I don't like all these fangled displays where you've got every single thing that's going on with the bike on the screen, or you're having to click through whirly wheels and menus and set up your stability, set up your traction control, set up what mode you want it in, eco, sport mode, road performance mode. All you want is a bike where you can just get on, turn the key, hit the start button and ride, and this does it all. So, what Lexmoto pushing out the Voge, obviously, being a different brand from the main dealer, and people are going to say it, I wonder how long it'll be before it rusts. Yes, I know, but ACF 50, good old cleaning cloth, and keep the bike obviously polished, maintained, serviced, and check your tyre pressures all the time. It's going to be fine. And I've done 10 miles. I could really go out and do a few more. It is that good a ride. And that is on the back brake as well. That's coming on the combined braking that time. It's a little bit of a chugger. Let's get the visor up and have a little listen. But it's got a good tone to it. Love it. Can't fault the bike one iota. Obviously long-term reviews, we shall see what it's like over the long term. This is going out to our customer George, so he obviously will be keeping in contact because he comes to the garage all the time. But yeah, and even in 6th gear we're poddling around at 3000 RPM in 6th gear. I know for a fact 3000 RPM on mine is 82 mile an hour. But 6th gear, just over 3000 RPM, and you're sitting at a nice steady 40, but the display's so easy to read. And these are still available for the moment, so if you are after an A2 compliant bike, CB 500 copied engine, everything's copied now these days, into the 30s, nice steady 5th gear, beautiful. And on these Pirellis it's just so good. And obviously the looks of the bike with that stainless can and all the gold, all the silver and the matte, and even off a 4th gear you just twist and grip and it goes. So it has got some low down grunt if you require it. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like, comment, subscribe, share, let us know what you think of the Voge. Oh, loose gravel. I think it's pretty darn good for the money. Would I buy one? Yes, I would. Yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed. Doesn't take a lot to impress me though. Right, we're back on the yard. Voge is done. I am out on a 50cc next, nice and slow. Till the next time, be well, ride safe, and from RB, it's a big goodbye from me.